think we're good. Okay. Make sure this red light's on. Alright, we are good. Alright. Start. Start. Give me everybody just a second, please. Okay, hey everybody, how's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's having a great weekend. Hope everybody had a great weekend this weekend. I am Jeffrey Jansen. I am your host for tonight. We'll be getting started here in just about 2 minutes, so give me just a minute and we will get started. Alright, as you're coming on, give me a thumbs up when you get on. Give me a thumbs up so I know you're on, because I'm looking at a couple things to make sure, and I can see the thumbs a lot better than I can see anything else. So I want to make sure that everybody is. See me? I think we got everything. We're live. Alright. Especially with all the new features. Alright, let me get started here. Got to blow my nose real quick. Sorry everybody, I gotta blow my nose. Alright. Minutes. Hope everybody's having a great day. Water. Make sure you're getting plenty of water, everybody. If I knew how to do all the fun, crazy things, I would be doing them. But unfortunately, I don't know how to do all the crazy stuff. So anyway, as you're coming on, let me know where you're from. Give me a hi. Tell me your country and your state. If you're military, tell me the branch of military. And like I said, we're going to get started now, because this coming week, starting tomorrow, I've got a couple projects planned. I am actually redoing a bedroom in my house, so I'm taking down the wallpaper and everything else, and I'll be painting it. I'm going to try to go with like a Poseidon blue. So we got that coming up this week. We're also going to be helping out a few veterans this week. We are going to be doing wills in a will workshop this week, so that people, they can get their wills done and completed if they need it. We'll be doing our motivational stuff, inspirational stuff. If somebody wants me to look at your resume, if you guys want to know how to write a resume, I think sometime during this week, through the course of the day, we'll be doing a resume class. I'm also going to be reading at different locations to show you how I read and when I read, so that people can get a better idea of when to read, how to read. Because everybody, I mean, seriously, it's not rocket science. It's not rocket science in order to figure out how to read a book and what kind of books. Remember, right now we are reading the book Why, okay, which this week I'll be reading it, but I want to get through our other books that we started first. So, and with my team and everything, we're reading Why. I know a lot of people have been calling me up asking how to get on the team, and I have been going over how to get on the team with everybody. So if you're interested in joining our team, we'd love to have you. You just have to be in the United States or in Canada. And basically what we do is we train. So a lot of times the reason why I get on at weird times or different times is because I'm actually doing stuff with my team, team building stuff, you know, making sure everybody's ready for the week, making sure everybody's ready to go, make sure everybody's properly planned. As a gunny once told me, properly planned prevents poor performance. It goes into that whole JJ did tie buckle thing. If you're a Marine, you'll know what JJ tie buckle is. If you're not, I'm not going to go over every little thing that it stands for. It's an acronym. So, that being said, this week also, while we're getting all the announcements out of the way, we will be going over more of our CDL stuff and our family legal stuff. We're not doing that tonight, but we will be going over it, okay? I'm also going to be starting another with the YouTube channel. I know you guys have been seeing me. I've been revamping, redoing the YouTube channel and stuff like that, getting everything ready, because we're getting ready to start the new season. COVID kind of hurt a lot of people with a lot of different things, including myself. No, I've never had COVID, but as far as like events and things that I do. So because I cannot necessarily get to events, or events have been canceled and stuff like that because of COVID, I've been doing a lot of things with Zoom. I want everybody to know that I do Legal Shield full time. That's what I do. I'm sorry, I don't apologize for what I do, because I love what I do, because we've helped so many people. I understand that, you know, not everybody knows what it is or even agrees what it is, but I help truckers and military, and I'm very proud of it. The other thing I do is I deal with AMSOIL, and this week coming up, I'm going to be getting up with Brent one of my good friends, Brent, and we're going to be changing some oils, going over some different oils and stuff with you guys, and then you guys can also order those oils through me, or if you want to offer that oil to other people, you can go through me, and I can get you can become a seller if you'd like. Now, if you want to get on our Legal Shield team, get a hold of me. My team's a little different than everybody else's, and the reason why is because we work as one unit. Now, I've got several people on my team. Yes, they do work outside the unit, and they do just fine, but the majority of the people that are making money, we're all working together as a single unit, meaning they go do theirs, but we make sure everybody's like keeping on top of each other. We do team builder stuff. We have workout partners. We let everybody know what's going on. That way, anybody that has a strength in certain fields can help those that have a weakness in those different fields. Also, I'm going to be getting up with a few people, giving them some free oil changes this summer. We're planning on going to Sturgis also for when Sturgis comes up for 2022, and we're going to be heading that way. I've got a lot of my friends, they ride bike, and we have all the truck shows coming up. Unfortunately, I will not be at Matt's this year, the Mid-America Truck Show. It conflicted because of COVID. It conflicted with a couple other things I have on my schedule. So if you're wondering, if you're a truck driver wondering about Matt's, I will have a team there, but I myself will not be speaking there this year because it coincided with a couple other things I've got going on. A couple other things we're going to do. Before the end of the month, I'm going to tell you guys what the different contests are. I had a lot of people ask me about if I start giving away some of my hats. And believe it or not, I got a big response with people wanting hats. Because I don't just have Marine hats. I got Army hats, I got Amsoil hats. And I also do a clothing line for what I do with my company. So my team actually has their own shirts and stuff like that. But everybody for some reason like the hats. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them all over the world. And I'm going to have a couple printed up, and we'll have some contests. Whoever's paying attention, whoever's watching these, and whoever is actually getting help. And the whole idea is I'm trying to teach people that do not like to ask for help to start asking for help, to start actually using the people around you as a strength and not look at it as a weakness. And by doing that, you're probably wondering what this is right here. I told everybody yesterday that there was my good friend Paula wrote a book. And her husband Evan she sent all this stuff over to me, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm starting to go over the book and everything else. I'm trying to figure out what I can and cannot read in it, but Paula, she was a dear. She was my friend, and I'm going to make sure her name lives on. And she wrote a book. And hopefully, if I'll get up with her husband and I'll try to get it published, and hopefully the proceeds can go to children or different events that help out children. And whenever it comes to anything like this, I don't keep any of it. But the name of the book, I'm not going to read it tonight. I just want to have it here in front of me. Lily and Fran: The Holiday Adventure, written by Paula Shelley. Okay, and she wrote this, and I'm very proud of Paula for doing it. And I don't want anybody to ever think that because something happens to them, they can't live on. They cannot be remembered. My friend Paula, all my Marine Corps buddies, all my Army buddies, all my Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard buddies, they're all going to be remembered. Probably a lot of you guys see this here. And it wasn't the first time I was part of the Marine Corps League. It was actually the second. When I first joined the Marine Corps League, I got busy and everything else, and then I kind of stepped away from it for a little while, a few years back, and I had my daughter and everything, and then I had a friend of mine approach me, telling me he was the commandant on the Marine Corps League, and why is this important? It's not, but it is to me. And he told me he's commandant on the Marine Corps League, and I was like, I had no clue who he was, because he wasn't from around here. He's actually lives up in Norway, or his mom's over in Norway, he was a Vietnam War vet and everything else, and he started hounding me down to start coming back to the Marine Corps League. So I said I'd come back as long as they would start sponsoring the Soapbox Derby and start helping out men and women with PTSD, which they were, but we needed to get some new blood in there, and we started coming up with all these ideas, and we did a great job. Anyway, anyway, he ended up taking his own life. And he was just a personal friend of mine. Now, I've had guys that I've served with in the Marine Corps, and a lot of them actually have taken their own lives, men and women. It's not just a man thing, it's men and women. And so we really try to push the 22 because Glenn would always talk about the 22. Yet, and he drank a lot. But we never saw it coming. And when I drove over and saw what happened and went to the hospital, I was the one who had to bear the bad news. A lot of times when I find out about guys that take their own lives with PTSD, I find out a couple days later, a couple hours later. But this particular time, I'm the one that they gave the bad news to. And I'm the one who had to tell his mom, who, she was just heartbroken. And so we've always been doing awareness for PTSD, and we're still going to keep doing awareness for the 22. So a lot of what I'm doing is I'm just telling people, look, instead of getting down and out, we're going to show you how to do different things. We're going to read you. We're going to, motivate you. And we'll pray for if you want to get prayed. There's a lot of my friends that are not religious at all, which is fine. Some people do not believe in the same religions. That's fine. But guess what? They're still friends, and I still do not want anybody saying anything negative about them. A lot of people on here will be truck drivers and military. That's great. But the channel's open for anybody and everybody, and I'm here to help anybody and everybody. And to give you an idea, if you need somebody to talk to, you just need a friend, you're more than welcome to call me. Okay? It doesn't always have to be business with me. You can call me at 217-316-0883, or you can call me at 217-316-0219. And the reason why is because I know that people are going through some stuff. I knew when I was a kid, before I was ever in the military, I went through stuff. So I know that sometimes people like somebody to talk to that doesn't really know who they are, which I'd be that person, but they can, verbally and mentally, be challenged and be told that, hey, you matter and you're important. Last thing before we start getting started, I think I'm just going over my notes. Sorry, I'm getting everything ready for tomorrow also. Tomorrow starts, man, I got a lot to do tomorrow, but we'll get through it. I just completely lost my train of thought. Can you believe that? Remember this, there is a difference when I tell everybody to be kind, okay? And to basically go to where you're celebrated, not tolerated. Get away from those people that kick you when you're down. Get away from anybody that are hypocrites about what you do. They do anything, even if they have to sabotage it, they need to be right so many times that they do really bad things, okay? I'm a human being. I've been hurt many times, okay? I've liked people before that ended up not liking me. But we have to continue with our lives, and we have to go where we're celebrated, not tolerated. But there was something I wanted to remind everybody. I know people have been seeing my Spartan posts and stuff like that, but what I want everybody to know is kindness. Don't ever mistake kindness for weakness, okay? There's a reason why I use the word kindness. Zig Ziglar always used the word called silly, but you need to be kind to people. Kindness is a strength. It is not a weakness. So many people that get in this attitude where they got to be better than everybody, they got to be bullies, they got to tell them how it's done, like your politicians, your Hollywood people, your, a lot of your sports figures. They get in this attitude where they know more than everybody else, but they're idiots. And the reason why is because kindness is a strength, and you need to always play to your strength. Kindness is not weakness. It never mistakes somebody's kindness for weakness. Because I'll tell you what you're going to find out is a lot of people that are kind, that are doing really great things, and you get mad at them, turns out they have more than you. And I'm just going to be flat out honest. Others that are kind to you, that are being kind, and you decide that you're going to take advantage of their kindness, are smarter than you. So why would you tempt it? Kindness is a strength that people of all walks of life should be using. Shaking a person's hand, telling somebody they matter, telling somebody they're pretty, telling somebody they're handsome, telling somebody, inviting them to church on a Sunday. One of my friends on here, or not on here, but one of my friends in Quincy, she put a thing up, and she loved this poem that went out there, and I don't have the poem in front of me, but it basically said, you know what? You need to invite people to your church to sit with you in the pew. And the reason why a lot of people don't like going to church is because it's turned into, you're not there to impress the people around you. When you go to church, you're there for your religion. You're there for the inspiration the words that are being said. You're there for Jesus and God and Jehovah, or or whatever religion you are, Islam, Muslim, Christian, Catholic, whatever. You're not there to be judged. And the reason why people stop going to church, and the reason why people don't want to go in there, is because, and my friend's right, no one's inviting them to sit next to them. It's like going in a school bus as a new kid, and it's like the Forrest Gump. Sorry, seat's taken. Sorry, seat's taken. And you got to ask yourself, is this church? All church is a place where people go to pray. It doesn't make you any holier than anybody. It doesn't make you better than anybody. And so we need to start inviting people to our churches. Start inviting people because you know what? We don't know what they went through. Instead of judging them because they had an abortion, or instead of judging them because of their political affiliation, instead of judging them because they had a bankruptcy, instead of judging them because they're being accused maybe falsely or not falsely about something. Instead invite them to the church, invite them to your pew. You're probably going to find out that these people, the only reason why is because nobody took the time to invite them. Yes, the priest always invites everybody from the pulpit, come to church, get in the mass and everything else, come talk to me, great. But how many people actually go out and invite people? It's not a good old boy system. It's not, oh, this is for me and not for you type situation, okay? What it is you're inviting people to come to what you believe. And even if they don't believe it and they come, you just show true friendship, true kindness. And it's something that we can all do for each other. Maybe just go have a cup of coffee with somebody. Maybe, just call somebody up and ask them how they're doing. Kindness doesn't take any more than positive reinforcement to help those that are going through some negative times. So, if you're, be kind to people, be great, understand that it's not a weakness, understand that if somebody decides to be a smart aleck, all you gotta do is turn and walk away. Years ago, people, they looked at me like I was a nobody. They still think of me as a nobody. And, quite frankly, I don't talk to those people anymore. Because, quite frankly, if I were to have ever listened to them, I would have never had the amount of accomplishments that I've been able to accomplish. But because of who I am and my energy levels and personality, I always feel like I got to keep going, but do better. But that's just me. So, remember, kindness matters. Never mistake kindness for weakness. All right, everybody, let's get started. And we are on leadership right now, so we will go ahead and read page 97 of leadership. And then we'll get into our books. We'll do Jim Rohn. Then we'll close it down for tonight. And I just want everybody to know I appreciate you. So as you're coming on, in the comment section, put your country and your city and state where you're at. And if you're military, put the branch of military that you served in, and if you're a veteran or not, okay? I just kind of want to know who you are. I want to know what you do. I like to know who you people are. And usually it takes me a little bit, but I get a hi back. I usually send something out to make sure. So make sure to do that in the comment section. Give me a thumbs up if you're getting on here. If you're looking at this on the YouTube channel, give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel there on the YouTube button. And let's go ahead and get started. This one is by Anonymous. Anonymous means we don't know who wrote it, not the person Anonymous. I had somebody ask me about that the other day. All right, dignity. Who do not believe that shrewdness and cunning and ruthlessness are the three keys to success, who still have friends they have made 20 years ago, who are not afraid to go against the grain of popular opinion and do not believe in the consensus, who are occasionally wrong and always willing to admit it. In short, the world needs leaders. A leader is best when people barely know he exists. Not so good when people obey and acclaim him. Worse when they despise him, fail to honor him. They fail to honor you. But of a good leader who talks little, when his work is done, his aim fulfilled, these people will say, "We did this ourselves." Sun Tzu. This is by A. Camus. Don't walk ahead of me, I may not follow. Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Just walk beside me and be my friend. And I think that's a big one for everybody. Sometimes we forget. We need to walk side by side. If we get too far ahead of everybody, somebody may be wore out and need help. If we get behind them, they may not see us dragging behind and we may drop out. But if we're side by side, we can help each other get through the hardest days. So this last one's by Robert West. Nothing is easier than fault finding. Think about that. Nothing is easier than fault finding. No talent, no self-denial, no brains, No character is required to set up in the grumbling business. Basically, all your drama kings and queens out there, all you the gossips, they're idiots. Why? Because only a fool looks at a person's negative side. All right, Jim Rohn time. Oh, hey, good. We got a good one today. Government. Ugh, I hate government sometimes. Okay, government. It can be dangerous to weaken the strong in attempts to strengthen the weak. One of the great liberal documents of the world is the Declaration of Independence. One of the great conservative documents of the world is the Constitution of the United States. We need both documents to build a country. One to get it started, liberal, and the other to help maintain the structure over the years, conservative. Beware of those who seek to take care of you, lest your caretaker becomes your jailer. Think about that for a minute. I want you to listen to that particular quote by Jim Rohn. Beware of those who seek to take care of you, lest your caretaker becomes your jailer. You give him everything, and now all of a sudden you're trapped, you're stuck, you don't have a way out. Taxes are a way of feeding the goose that lays the golden eggs of freedom, democracy, and enterprise. Someone says, well, the goose eats too much. That's probably true. But better a fat goose than no goose at all. Tyranny knows no restraint of appetite. Did you ever eat a government cookie? The real genius to make a marketplace flourish does not come from the government. It comes from the genius of the people. An ancient script asked, would you let a man rule the city who cannot even rule his own spirit? Sometimes we do. You cannot base your life on what the government does or how your taxes are spent. You've got to vote well and then chart your own course. Vote well and then take charge of your own life. Sure, the government has some pounds to lose, but don't we all? Let not one appetite accuse another. All right, let's get into our books. That's my favorite part of our books. Are y'all ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're still with me out there. I also do that because I have chapters on YouTube now. We can do chapters on YouTube. So as we're getting started, I can break all these apart. Give me a thumbs up if you're with me, everybody. I'm looking. I can see a big screen in front of me. Do I got some thumbs up? Thumbs up? All right. Boy, Instagram's beating everybody today. What's going on with that? How you doing, Instagram? Everybody on Instagram saying hi. Facebook, hi. Twitter, hi. YouTube, hi. How's it going, everybody? Yeah, I probably should do